Hey there guys, it is Morgan with Raising the Bar Performance, and we are here to talk about squats, the best exercise out there other than deadlift, so one or the other. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is how to build a foundation for your squats. You don't just jump under the bar and go from there, but there's a process, and it's really important that you teach your body how to do the movement properly and build the coordination for the movement. So first thing we're going to do is just talk about bodyweight squats. There's going to be a series of videos, so you'll see overhead squats, you'll see squats with the bar, you'll see box squats, so we'll get into variation, but right now, the basics. So for your bodyweight squat, you want to go ahead and make sure that your feet are either hip width apart or potentially wider. That's going to depend on your hip mobility, just the general socket of your hips and how they function, and just where you're strongest. So my feet are pretty much right outside the hips. Others are much wider. That's more of a sumo squat. So find out what is most comfortable for you, what's going to allow you to get the most depth out of your squat. So from there, what you're going to do is you can slightly turn your feet out in your squat, and you're going to make sure that your entire body is engaged. So that's from your core to your hips to your glutes. Everything's nice and tight and ready to go. Once that happens, you want to make sure your feet are screwed into the ground, and you're going to start descending at the hips. So not the knees, the hips. Arms up, keep that posture up nice and tall, push back into the hips, keep the knees so that they are tracking over the toes. Get to the bottom of the squat, feel it out, squeeze through, and stand up. When I say squeeze through, I mean the glutes. Squeeze them nice and tight. So from the side, you're going to see the exact same thing. Feet are slightly turned out. Everything's nice and tall, tight. Arms up. Hips start to descend back. My knees aren't going in. They're tracking directly over my toes. Chest is up. Feel the bottom of the squat. And stand up through your glutes. So, one thing you can do, most people are kind of afraid of that depth, but the depth is really important. You need to stretch out those hamstrings. You need to get a feeling for the bottom of the squat. So I'm going to grab this PVC pipe here, and this is going to help me get to the bottom of my squat without that fear of falling over, but allow me to really feel where that spot is. So grab the PVC pipe, both hands on the PVC pipe, feet are exactly the same, and I'm just going to sit back, lock down the PVC pipe for stabilization, sit into my squat, keeping my chest up nice and tall, feel it out, sit down there for a minute, squeeze through the glutes, and come back up. So you can use a PVC pipe, you can use a railing, you can use the edge of a squat rack, something that's going to allow you to feel stable and push into the depth. How you can build that stabilization is a lot of core work and hip work. That's for a later video, but for right now, it's just bodyweight squats. So there you have it.